Hey there riders, Moto Journo Kris here today, and I wanted to chat about my new motorcycling jeans. One thing I highly recommend that you invest in as a motorcyclist is a pair of Kevlar lined jeans, and I've been testing recently until now a pair of DRIRIDER Rapid jeans. However, what I've done is I've swapped to buying a new set, which is the DRIRIDER Classic 2.0 jean. And basically this is probably the jean that more suits my personal idea of style, I guess you'd say, when it comes to jeans. I like a traditional old school jean. I like the kind of straight cut legs or boot cut legs. I like them to be comfortable. I like them to be roomy. I definitely don't like skinny jeans. These are kind of obviously on the wider legged kind of side of things as far as jeans. And they're definitely an older school style jean for, you know, I know the young people tend to like those really skinny jeans, but this was kind of more the norm when I was growing up, and for that reason I just prefer it. So obviously if you're buying jeans, styling's really important. You need to like the look. I love the look of these. You know, they're just a regular old denim jean. They're a heavy duty denim, so they're gonna last, and I can say that the Rapid jeans I had lasted. They call it an elastic denim. There's a little bit of give in it, but it's not, you know, super elasticy. It's got the heavy duty stitching, which of course is gonna hold these together really well. It's got Kevlar, it's got Dupont Kelvar from memory in all the high abrasion areas. So in the knees, you know, in the butt, all those kind of areas where you're most likely to come down on the bike. Obviously having the Kevlar in the important areas of the jeans instead of through the whole jean means the jean isn't going to overheat as easily. You know, in the early days you'd get a full Kevlar lining down through the jeans, but they were a pretty warm kind of jean to wear. These are a good all-round option. Obviously, you know, on a really hot day like today I'd rather be moving on the bike, but you know, still nice and comfortable and not overly hot. As far as the general features, really simple. You've got two pockets on the front, you've got two pockets on the back, you know, plenty of storage room. The length of the jeans is motorcycle cut, so they're a longer jean so that when you're on the bike and you've got your foot on the controls, everything kind of moves up and suits so that you don't end up with your ankles uncovered, which can happen if the jeans aren't long enough. They've got, you know, a generous boot cut down the bottom, so you'll be able to get them over, you know, almost any kind of boot. Maybe not a motocross boot, but you know, most stuff that you'd wear on the road very easily. These have knee armour in them. They have CE knee armour, which is a nice feature. It's not like the Rapid jean. On the Rapid jean you could just pull that armour out because there was basically an opening on the front. On these you've got to go inside the jean to pull them out, but not too much of an issue. The armour is quite low. It's down under my knee like this. However, if I'm getting my knee up to where it is on the bike, everything kind of falls into place and makes sense. And those are just a mesh with Velcro pocket on the inside of the jean, which that slips into. As I said, really simple, nice bit of protection. Unlike the Rapid jeans, there's no hip protection in these. If you wanted hip protection, you have to look somewhere else, probably at the DRIRIDER Rapid jean. And as far as just an overall jean, I'm really happy because for 190 Australian dollars, I think that's really good value. You know, some of the jeans now are getting up to that $300 mark, even for a simple pair of jeans like this, and that's a really hard sell to me. There's good features on this. There's a heavy duty zip here, as you can see. It's got a floating button as well, which basically means if you're sliding down the road, worst case scenario, it helps ensure the heat from the exterior of that button doesn't transfer and burn you. Apparently, I think from back in the day, reading about it, as far as Dragon's jeans, which was one of the first jeans companies which really put a lot of R&D and investment into jeans, they kind of came up with that design to get through one of the European restrictions. So that's a good feature to see on these jeans. Build quality nice, denim quality really good, nice and comfortable, plenty of room, you know, in all the areas where it's important to have room so that you're not feeling, you know, really restricted and squished. That's on the bike and off the bike, so there's no, you know, kind of change. I would say that I'm a 32 and these are a 32. I'd say this is a generous size 32. So for reference, if you're wondering about kind of the sizing of these jeans, I'd say they're on the generous size, sizing wise, because normally I find I'm putting on a bit of weight now as I get older. I'm starting to find a 32 is a bit tight in the waist, whereas there's plenty of room in these and just plenty of room in general. So if you're looking for a simple, basic, but well-featured motorcycle jean that's gonna last you a good amount of time, definitely check out the DRIRIDER Classic 2 jean. That's what I'm wearing now. They come in blue, they come in black, I think they come in brown as well now, so there's a couple of color options there. And as far as just a basic, old school styled, classic jean, can't go past these. I'll do an update when I've put, say, 6 months on these jeans and I just see how they wear and how everything's going in the long term. I'm interested to see whether they last as long as my previous set of DRIRIDER jeans did, because those were exceptional. But if you've got any questions, just let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to sub and hit that notification bell. As always, stay safe out there, and I'll be back soon.